talking extremely nice things about how handsome you are and strong.
I had to throw the pump cover on because
you're too jacked.
Dude, he wears the wife beater in every one, and he's so big. It sucks sitting next to him.
Brody makes me feel big.
But sorry, guys.
He always tells me how big I am.
It's a good confidence boost.
He is big. Come on now. What we got talking about?
Honestly, I was just bullshitting to the max. Like, I was like, just warming it up.
Yeah, we were talking about how good, amazing, phenomenal, spectacular Miami is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
listen, I'm coming from Jersey. I know, like, people that maybe lived here their whole life is probably like, yeah, of course you're saying that, tourists, whatever. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's like cloudy and cold in Jersey. This is like a vacation.
Have you ever been to Louisiana?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what swamp is?
Yeah.
I literally live in the swamp. So coming to a place like here, yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Does Tristan look like he been to Louisiana?
No, he doesn't. But
that's discriminatory, man.
yo, cut it. Cut it, editor.
Yo. So, dude, you've been an OG in the game, right? You've been at it for a while.
Too long.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting old, man.
Right. For the audience that doesn't know you, tell them your age and kind of.
Well, everyone on the internet says that I'm 16 years old.
Still.
Is that when you started?
I was 15 years old when I started doing social media. Now I'm 21 years old, which is wild. It was just 7 years almost now. It's like before I turned 15 that I really got into it. So now I'm almost 22. It's wild.
Bro's ready to retire.
Yeah.
He's like, I might just back it up.
Pack up the camera.
Yeah. But like I'll see headlines of you or whatever when pages post and they'll be like 16-year-old shredded kid. Yeah. It's like, does that upset you a little?
I don't know if it doesn't really upset me anymore because I'm just kind of used to it. That's always been the thing. I think it's kind of played to my benefit. You know what I mean? Like I've always said that it's bad when you're young because you don't want to look young when you're young. But then as soon as you start getting older, you're like, man, that's kind of nice. Like, still look young.
But I get that now, and it's actually really weird that I'm like, it's flattering whenever someone's like, what are you, like 22? I'm like, yeah, I could be.
Dude, you could pass for like 19, 20.
Let's go.
Crazy.
I'll take it.
Who looks older?
I think you look older. Only because of facial hair.
No hesitation there, old man.
But like, no, only because of facial hair. Like, if you shaved, you might look just as young. Yeah.
Literally, everyone says that, and then they blame it on the facial hair.
I shave. Like, I don't let it grow out. Yeah. It doesn't look good on me, and I can't really grow a beard. And I'm not even gonna say it. But I'm late 20s at this point, and I can't even grow a full beard. Technically, right? 26?
That's mid.
Mid. What's your physique? Middle.
But I'm only comparing you to like other white guys in the fitness industry who usually look old.
Yo, that's facts though.
Extenuating circumstances. But
I'll take it. There's guys like 10 years younger than me that look 5 years older.
Yeah. That's true. But
Tristyn
Lee, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for putting up with us and being patient. We had to figure. So, if you guys don't know, you're going to see a different setting every single podcast, and we had to figure out where we were even going to film. But anyway, Tristan took us through a little workout, and it was intense. What you thought of the workout? What you thought of the pump?
The pump was actually really good, considering I had one meal, a protein bar, and was extremely dehydrated from sitting in the sun, and I was out last night. I've never been to Miami, so we went out and we partied a little bit. But considering all that, we had a good workout. I mean, I like how he trains. He trains intensely. He trains to, like, pretty much failure. And he knows what he's doing, obviously. It's Tristyn fucking Lee. Jesus.
I don't know anything, man.
What? Come on.
Right now, how many days a week are you training?
6 days a week. 6 days a week.
That's me, too.
Has it always been that way?
No, I mean, I've kind of played around with it. Like, before, for a long time, I was training 7 days a week because I was an absolute psychopath and just kept training. And I love being in the gym. Like, you guys literally have a podcast called Thinking with a Pump. Like, the majority of my life has literally been in the gym. So I love being in the gym 7 days a week if I can, and even on my rest days, I'm in and out of it. But just more recently, I've kind of shifted to 6 days. I'm like, it's probably good if I take some more rest so I can actually gain some muscle versus just like, looking good for like 3 seconds in the gym, and then other than that, just being skinny,
Yeah, no, days where I'm not sore is weird. I just feel like flabby if I'm not sore. It's weird. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty much sore all the time because I'm always working out. So it's the best. I don't know. I just felt like I just had to say that.
So,
but wait. Hold on a second. Go for it.
I want you to be honest. Do you like the taste of liver?
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, it's like metallic rubbery steak. That's what I always. It's not great, but you feel good.
That's a good way to explain it.
Yeah.
Because
have you had liver?
No.
It's like
No.
tray of liver.
Yeah. Liver King, you like blaze it out. Come on.
Like, we want you to eat raw liver right now.
Yeah. Is that what you do? Raw liver?
No, I just cook it.
Oh,
I'm
just
not
cook it.
psychotic. Yeah.
And the benefits?
Good, like high in pretty much every single micronutrient and vitamin that you could think of.
It
It's
is.
very similar to a lot of other red meats, just in higher quantity. So anything that you're potentially lacking in, vitamin A, B vitamins, any of these sort of things, like you're gonna benefit from having it. But I think people overemphasize what it is. If you're eating high quality foods, you really don't need these sort of things.
Right.
It's only like if you're going absolutely insane with your diet and being extremely restricted that it's like, okay, maybe you should have a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of liver is it?
It is cow liver.
Cow liver? Okay.
Potentially human, but
It's actually human? What'd you say?
beside the point.
Cut it. Cut it.
That's crazy. But what else? Guy, I seen like you had a tray of like just a bunch of raw stuff.
Yeah, like
heart.
When I was doing carnivore, I did tongue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
tongue,
good.
heart, liver. There's like bone marrow, which is like not really that crazy. Tongue is just like fatty meat, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's not great.
Yeah.
Heart is like just lean steak, super lean steak. It's a muscle meat, so it's exactly the same. And then liver is liver, yeah. So.
Right. What was your macros when you were absolutely pilled 4%?
So when I got super shredded, like at the end of my dieting phase, I was down to like 1,800 calories, and it was just fat and protein. There was no carbs at all whatsoever in my diet. But then as I kind of like, I was like, oh shit, I should probably like bulk and eat some more food. It'd probably be beneficial for my health and my happiness.
Yeah.
Then it went up to like 225 grams of protein a day, which is a decent amount considering I was 140 pounds at the time, 138
Holy
pounds.
shit.
And then like 220 grams of fat. So yeah.
Damn. And you needed that like excessive amount of protein because of your lack in carbs, you say?
It's just so hard to eat fat without protein. Like anytime you have fat without protein, your digestion just goes absolutely out of whack. So
Yeah.
anytime you have like a fatty cut of steak, you're still gonna have protein. So as soon as I was building my food up, it was tough to have anything that was like super high fat and low protein. You know what I mean?
Right.
Huh.
At 4%, man, how'd you feel? Like physically and mentally?
Everybody asked me this. Like I honestly didn't feel that different with regards to like energy levels and strength, performance, these sort of things. Like they started to dip towards the end when I was like, okay, my sleep is starting to lack and my performance is starting to go down. But to be honest, when you're at that level, like when you're in it, you don't feel terrible until you come out of it and recognize how good you could feel coming out of it. And your body doesn't necessarily have any of the nutrients or resources to actually rebuild. So you're not even in the recovery process. It's like, you know, when you train 7 days a week and you're like, oh, I feel great. And then as soon as you take that rest day, you're like, oh, I'm beat up.
Yeah.
But like when you're in it, you don't really feel that much because you're just running on adrenaline and stress and all the other factors that are actually involved in when you're actually training, and your stress is so high that you're pretty much numb to anything.
Yeah. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense though, because during my one off day, sometimes I feel like the shittiest. You know? Am I right? Am I wrong? How do you train? Do you train 6 days a week, or?
I'm at 5 days right now. Yeah. I switch up the split a good
All
bit.
right, now I get it. Now it makes sense.
No, I did 6 days for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I could use an extra rest day.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of like it.
Me too.
It's usually like my Thursday and Sunday.
Thursday and Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
I look forward to my
see it.
rest day on Saturday, but it's he's right though. It's when you get back into the gym where everything just feels like, what the hell? I thought I was supposed to recover.
Yeah.
But everything hurts a little more. It's weird.
Takes you longer to warm up. Feel like an old man.
Yep.
You know, I'm the opposite. I come back after my rest day and I feel good.
Maybe it's because he takes two, huh?
To keep it a buck.
Yeah, it's because
He's
he takes
the
two.
elitist.
Yeah.
It's like
Yo.
6 days
cause-
per week is not optimal.
I mean, I'm just better.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just better. Yo.
Weaker.
But
Sorry,
what-
that's.
and you just took us through kind of a push day, but what's your split right now?
push-pull legs. It's a modified push-pull legs. So, like, technically on my push days, I train biceps, but, like, I just call it push-pull legs. It's easier, but I want to bring up my arms, so that's something that I just increase the frequency in. It's really, like, people overcomplicate every single piece of training, and it's really, like, if you're going hard, your technique is somewhat resembling good technique, and you're not getting injured, then you're going to make progress in the gym. And then the other stuff's all the other factors outside of it. You know what I mean?
True. Because I get so many DMs like, bro, I need to get like you. What's your split? I was like, the split's not going to get you here, dog.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that.
It's trend.
Yeah. Straight trend to the Johnson tip. Yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I bet being shredded that long, I think I kind of feel the same way.
I mean, you're still shredded right now, man.
Right, lean.
Yeah.
Difference between shredded.
I don't know.
This dude wants to be peeled.
I didn't see his legs
24/7.
yet, so we'll have to see. But like, your abs are pretty diced, bro.
I really don't hold much fat on my abs.
Yeah.
My fat distribution's good.
Yeah,
But
and your arms are lean too. So
Right. But that transition, because I know it was probably hard being shredded so long and then seeing that change. Was the body dysmorphia like tough?
Did you feel smaller when you were getting bigger?
Yeah, probably a little bit. Like
Yeah.
the initial stage when I didn't have an outline where I was like, okay, I'm actively going to gain this percent per week or whatever much weight per week, or I'm going to increase my calories to this point or that point, was what made it most difficult. Because then it's like, okay, what am I changing? Like, I don't know what's affecting what. But that's, as soon as I laid out the plan, it was very easy. So I started working with a coach, and that kind of took like the mental aspect. Like, it took my hands off the steering wheel, and I just like kind of let some guy who's obviously extremely qualified like take the wheel, and that like kind of took that stress off of it. But like, a lot of people talk about the social media aspect and these sort of things where it's like, oh, you want to stay lean for social media, and that's not necessarily the case. Like, sometimes it's just like you get into this zone of seeing yourself a particular way, and then as soon as you come out of that, you're like, it's like, is this me anymore? Like, it's kind of weird at first, you know what I mean? But as soon as you get out of it, you're chilling.
I can't really relate, to be honest. I never my body has never changed that drastically. You know what I mean?
Have you ever thought about getting like dick skin shredded and just like?
I tell him that every single time. I'm like, dude, you would look amazing. Just get shredded for like a month. You don't have to stay shredded. You don't have to maintain it, but just do it. You would look insane.
The biggest problem with that in me is, one, I just enjoy crappy food. Two,
Fair.
that if I wanted to really prep to get to his definition of shredded, it'd be a pain in the dick, bro. Because I don't like sauces. I'm the pickiest guy you'll ever meet. Yeah. And that's like everyone's cheat code to like eating lean meals, right? I don't know about you. I'm not, I can't say for everybody, but everyone's got the nasty ass sauces they throw on them shits, and stink up the whole gym.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're a child and don't like buffalo sauce and stuff like that.
No, it's some sugar-free
so
bullshit.
What do you like then?
I don't know.
Eggos?
I like Oreos, Eggos. I like eggs. I had a hard-boiled egg last night.
Dude, he loves Dunkin'. I think when I went to Jersey, we ate Dunkin' like 4 times.
Yeah. Exposed.
Yo, dead ass. No, I don't give a shit. You can expose all my GYMBRO-ish tendencies. That's just who I am.
It is.
And with that being said, I mean, yeah, I don't think I ever could really commit to like a cut. I think I'd be miserable like so quickly.
Yeah.
And again, like, I'd eat dry ass chicken breast and shit, right?
Oh.
Like, what am I gonna do?
I've never eaten like, when I'm getting shredded, I've never eaten chicken breast. I've never really had chicken in my diet as far as like when I'm getting super lean.
I guess there's other options, and I really don't think I would have to go crazy, but I don't know. Again, I just really like crappy food. So.
Yeah, which is fair. It's not for everyone.
Y'all are just better than me.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Brody loves that.
Yeah. But no, everybody knows you for working out, man. What do you do for fun?
I'm really into like board sports. So like when I was young, the first thing that I got into was longboarding, and then my brother was into skateboarding, so I got into skateboarding, and that was my initial goal, was like, okay, how can I become a pro skateboarder? So I'd be like sending like reels into like local skate shops and things like that. Got into snowboarding, which I fell in love with as well, and I was like, okay, how can I become a pro snowboarder? So like these sort of things, like when I have access to a skateboard, I can go snowboarding. Like last time I was in LA, because that's why LA is ideal. It's like you drive up to Big Bear and go snowboarding. Those are the things I love to do. But other than that, I'm pretty low key. Like I like just spending time with my family. My brothers are always around me and stuff, and I just kick it most of the time. So
yeah. That's dope. You ever?
So like you said, you wanted to be a pro skater. We got a skateboard.
Imagine.
Yo,
a kickflip. Was that a half pipe? He's like, how'd you get this in the gym?
Pull it out, like kickflip now.
The wall just lowers.
I'm like, let's see this X game mode. No, I had a question for him, but you can keep talking because I lost it.
Where's like your place to go snowboarding?
Like back home or here?
I know you said LA, but
when I'm back home, like if we just recently got out to like Whistler, which is Vancouver, which is known to be like one of the best mountains to go snowboarding at. So if I can actually get to a mountain, then I love to. But at my local hometown, like Toronto's not mountainous by any means. Like we have hills. Like one of the ski parks or snow parks that we're on is literally built just on a dump. So it's just a dump, and then they just have snow on top of it.
That's tough. Yeah. I used to longboard a little bit. I dabbled in the longboarding game. Yeah, I've taken it down. I've taken it down some steep hills in my days. Right before getting a license, right before I turned 17, we get around town. I always had a longboard. Did you have? I brought this up because I want to see if you remember. Did you get those like special wheels?
Yeah, for sliding.
Yeah, for sliding.
Yeah, that's what I was always like all into.
That-
Like we made the gloves for sliding, all this stuff.
What were they called? What was like the popular brand for that?
There was there was Butterballs, which was one brand,
Okay.
which just sounds sus.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's orangutan wheels. There's a
Yes,
bunch of
that was
different-
it. That was it.
Yeah.
Orangutan reel. Yeah, I used to be doing like 360s
I
down my
love
hill.
longboarding, bro.
It was fun. I
That's
don't know
sick.
if I could do it anymore though.
Fun.
I was we didn't in Louisiana. We don't have hills or anything, so I never really skateboarded because I couldn't go fast enough. It would piss me off.
That's true.
Like
That'd be kind of boring.
So what do you do in your spare time then?
my spare
Louisiana.
time, I golf.
Golf.
I would,
Okay,
I would
nice.
say if like my hobby outside the gym, it would probably be golf. I wouldn't say I'm nice, but I'm better than all my friends.
Yeah.
And
So
dude,
he's
Good enough.
yeah, dude, nothing's more fun than being better at all your friends.
It's like, guys, let's go golfing.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's like looking for rentals. He has his own stuff. We're like,
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm like, dude, y'all want to place a bet? 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
I make my
I'm
money
not that
back.
kid, man.
He's that kind of guy.
You ever golf?
Not really. Like when I was young with my grandpa, I used to, but like nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
I'd love to get into it. Seems like something fun. There's chill.
Not to me, honestly. I'm gonna be honest.
And what do you do?
He's not an athlete.
I'm not an athlete. What? Jake, tell him.
I
Jake,
always
tell him.
always mess with him about that.
No, I mean I'm athletic in my ways. There's a lot of things I'm not athletic in, but like Ninja Warrior, you saw that. I kept up. I was pretty
did
good at
alright.
Ninja
Yeah,
Warriors. For like being sore in the circumstances.
Oh, he had a bunch
I
of
could run
excuses.
faster than you, and I'm heavier, so that's
You're
pretty.
not faster. We could foot race after
I
this.
could
We'll
probably
get on
jump
camera.
higher than you.
I want to see that. I'll put money
Yeah.
on it.
Who-
I mean,
who you
I got.
think?
Come on.
I think Brody.
Oh, 100%. I don't think it's a competition. That's the one thing like I will always be confident in. It's my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I don't want to.
Something about that
I don't want to
hair.
break your heart.
Yeah.
Like that's fast hair.
It's the only
Yeah.
time you see
do
my
have the hair for
Yeah.
like you look like someone that should be fast. So
Some
it'd be
Sonic
disappointing
shit.
if you were slow, dude.
Dude, every day I wish I had hair like you guys. I feel like you just wake up, go, tss, and
Pretty
like
much.
it's done.
Yeah.
Like
Love
him, he doesn't have to touch his hair.
My hair's so thick, you can't tell unless you were to touch it. But like it's
It's thick.
it's dense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't move.
Do you train your hair often? That's
To
what
train my hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do. That's just something that Brody lacks in tremendously, and I tell him and I talk about it
Weak
to him all the
point.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants this
It's okay.
like
The
flimsy
judges
ass
will
hair.
point it out on stage. Yeah, it's fine.
Puts like chalk in it.
It pisses me off because like if I catch a random breeze, my hair's messed up. But I love
No.
gatekeeping my hair routine.
Yo,
People, I
imagine
love
that.
that. I love
comments.
it, dude. So I get comments every single video. Hair tutorial. It's not gonna happen, guys. I'm not that guy.
Just say like at this number of followers, like 10 million followers, hair routine coming soon.
You
Yo.
seen all that oil up
Yeah,
stuff?
that's wild, bro.
Have you got those?
No. Well,
Dude,
I've actively tried not to get those.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
I messed
No.
up.
I haven't even mentioned it once. I went into my comments just to see what's popping, and then people are at like
There
you
you
know
go.
putting the meat like the gifs in it. What is it? Noel? Noel?
Yeah.
Noel.
Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to meet Daddy Noel?
Yeah.
How is he?
Super nice, super genuine person. One of those people where you're like, damn, this guy's just as cool as he is on camera and in real life, which is
Yeah.
nice to see. It's authentic,
Yeah.
you know?
I can see that. Dude, I goofed. I random story I put up. I said oil up at 1 mil because I'm at like 980 on Instagram. And it got over 1,000 replies. My DMs are destroyed right now.
So are you getting close? Are you going to... You heard it here on this podcast. Thinking
Yep.
with the pump, Brody at 1 million is oiling up. And
Yo.
Luke
Yeah.
is doing it for him.
What is the-
I'll drop it, man.
okay, what does that actually mean though? You just like
I mean, did you see
baby oil?
Noel's videos?
Wait, he did it?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Wait,
actually-
what?
he
Yeah.
actually
What does
did
that
it?
mean?
Like,
What do you mean he did it?
I don't know, some like oil for like, I don't know, man. And then Jesse, like, you know Jesse YoungLa?
Yeah.
He's like got like olive oil out now, so I don't know.
Olive oil?
Any type of oil, I guess.
I guess I would just use baby oil, right,
Yeah,
or something.
maybe.
I don't know. What do you just like dump it on them? Like are they
Yeah, so-
fully like?
Yeah, like lather it on.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know.
But yeah. So I'm sure I've seen you. You've worked out with a bunch of cool people. Who's like your favorite person that you've trained with before?
Trained with?
Yeah.
That's really tough.
I like that.
Yeah, we've been blessed to train with a lot of very cool, intelligent people. I would
Obviously
say
not
one
us.
that's like extremely special to me was 2018 before Sean Roden. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He said 2018 Mr. Olympia. Before he passed away, we got the opportunity, like when I just first came down to Gold's Venice, he basically let me come and train with him. So that was something that was like extremely cool, just almost like a memory before he passed to kind of remember. So that was extremely cool. We've trained with like almost 10 Mr. Olympias now. On Tuesday is going to be the 10th Mr. Olympia. So to be able to like connect with all these people, Jay Cutler was like a massive dream come true because I used to watch all of his videos when he was massing and bulking up and stuff. Over the years, that was just something that was a massive motivator. Outside of that, like it's been cool to connect with some of like the I guess entertainment sort of side, not entertainment per se, but like outside of the fitness world. Like we got to link with Kyle from Nelk, which is super genuine, super cool, and he's close to our hometown as well. He's lived like 30 minutes from us. So Will Tennyson, super nice, super genuine, and then FaZe Rug.
That's cool.
He was one of the coolest people, like one of the nicest, most happy, genuine people in the world.
He's like how he is on his videos and how he like displays himself. That's dope. 100%. I love that. I love meeting people that are like how you'd want to expect them to be if you were to meet them.
They say like never meet your heroes, right? But it's like I don't know. I've met so many of my heroes, and I've never had one bad experience. So it's been a blessing for sure.
You said what was the last thing you just said?
I said it's been a blessing for sure to like meet all these people. They say never meet your heroes.
Yeah. But you said out of body experience. What do you mean?
Oh no, I didn't say out of body
Oh,
experience.
no.
That's not what I have experienced.
I thought you were saying that like describing like meeting them and being like what's the word, like shell shock, like what do you call that?
Starstruck, kind of.
Starstruck, yeah. Long word, dude. It's been a long day. Don't laugh in the back.
I think you guys would probably know that like people are just people, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And anybody who's not like that is kind of like I don't know how much you want to like kind of idolize them or put them up on a pedestal. It's cool when you meet just real genuine people, and it's like everybody comes from a different place, but like the fitness world is very cool in the sense that like it brings everyone together. Somebody from some random industry is gonna have some general awareness of their health and fitness, and so it connects all these different worlds, which is very cool.
Yeah, I think that's sick too.
Yeah. I think I learned quick that everybody's just a normal person when you meet them, and then especially like when people meet me and like freak out, I'm like, I'm a normal ass dude, I promise. And I just chop it up with them.
You guys are super real,
I make them feel comfortable because like I promise I'm nothing special, just a normal ass dude.
Just his hair.
Posts his videos.
Yeah, no. That's all you are.
But yeah, man, I've seen you got your own sub company, correct?
Yeah, we started this up at the beginning of last year, GYMBRO Nutrition, with myself and my two older brothers. So that's been kind of like a passion project that we've put a lot of effort into, like the creative side of things, because when you create content, it is very cool in the sense that like you have a final product, but to have something tangible in hand feels different. It's like when you have clothing or you have a design or a graphic and you see everything come to fruition from start to finish, it's a real gift.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What do y'all have on the product line right now?
Right now, it's just a pre-workout and a pump product, but we're looking to expand into some more like electrolytes, protein, creatine, all these different things. Yeah.
Dope. Awesome. And let's see. What are you sponsored by a supplement company?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Because we just have our own. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It makes sense. I know some people have their own and or with
they're making different
brand.
products. Yeah.
Yeah. How about clothing wise? Who you with?
I'm with Vanquish. I've been working with them for since I guess after the Olympia. It's been a little bit now, but they've been great to work with. So,
dope.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hell yeah. I was gonna ask too. You've been in this world for a while. We were talking about it earlier. You've seen a lot. You've been to events you've been going to events for years. You've met like generations of like influencers, and you're still around. Like you didn't fall off or nothing, right?
Thank you.
How was that? No, seriously though, because like in today's world, it's really easy to blow up and plummet.
Yeah,
right?
Longevity in social media is hard, and you kind of stayed relevant.
Just checking.
Just have to check every once in a while.
But have you ever got burnt out or tired of like social media?
For sure. Yeah, like I spent that time frame when I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with my progression of my training, like all these different things, which seems so silly for like people who are outside of the fitness world, but like I put so much effort into not only fitness and training, but like the knowledge that I learned around it, that as soon as I was like, okay, what am I doing, or what's my goal.
Yeah.
I kind of lost my sense of like purpose in the industry. So that kind of gave me a little bit of a burnout with content creation. I didn't have the creative aspect that I really love. I stopped editing my own videos for like a month or 2 months maybe. And I love, like, my boy was editing them. Like, I love him to death.
Yeah.
But like, bro, that's part of the process that I just fell in love with. I'll spend 10, 12 hours a day just sitting at my computer editing all my videos. And so like, now that I'm kind of back involved in that sort of thing, it's just kind of reignited my passion for creating again. And I always feel like whenever something's not progressing in the fitness side of things, which seems extremely monotonous when you're doing the same lifts every day or you're doing the same training or trying to explain the same thing in a different way that puts an industry twist on it or whatever now people are trying to do, it gets extremely monotonous. But as soon as you have another creative aspect that you put into it, like you guys have the skits, it's like, okay, yeah, how many times are you going to say, oh, this guy's bulking, this guy's bulking, this guy's bulking? But like, you can add different elements to the skits that are extremely relatable, and that's where that creative aspect comes into it. So I found a love for that side of things, and that's kind of helped me continue on with it.
Hell yeah.
Do you still edit your own videos?
Yeah.
Dude,
I was gonna say something like there is something about like editing your own videos, and like you're a lot more proud of when it comes out and when you post it and when it does well.
Yeah.
It's like having an idea and having someone else paint it and be like, oh, that's sick. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're not gonna be hyped about it. When you're done after you painted that
Start to finish.
canvas, start to finish, you're like, you'll sit there and stare at that shit. But if someone else did it for you and you just told them the idea, you'd be like, that's cool. All right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And you won't care if it did, you know, you don't have that same sentimental value.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't think I would ever let somebody touch my skits. But like vlogs, like have at it. I'll get an editor for that.
Yeah,
but my skits, I'm so particular. I'm kind of a perfectionionist.
That's why you're successful, though.
Right. Well, thank you. But
Really?
I just like it my way. I don't know. So I do love the process as well.
Sure.
Just cause I don't know. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. So you've seen both of our videos before, right?
Oh, God, here we go.
All right. I just want a name out your mouth, okay? Nothing else. Out of us two, who's funnier?
Funnier? Oh, that's very subjective. Look at this guy's eyes. It's just like staring me down. I don't know.
It would not hurt my feelings if you thought Brody was funnier.
No, so we asked everybody, like, we travel.
I think the dynamic between you and Colin is very cool. Like, that's very unique. So I think that, like, if you guys, like you're saying, if you move to New Jersey, or maybe you guys need to move to Louisiana. And like,
I don't know about
that like dynamic makes it extremely unique. So I think I can appreciate those videos a lot. But I don't know. I definitely can't pick between the two. Like, they're both very creative.
That's good. That's what everybody says.
Yeah, that's a PC answer for you.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you knew Colin's name. That means you actually watched the videos.
Yeah, man, 100%.
'Cause everybody acts just like, where's the bald guy?
Yeah.
Where's the bulk guy?
Yeah,
Damn.
so that's
I
dope.
respect all you guys. Yeah, you guys are
hell
super
yeah.
creative, especially in a world where it's like we were talking about earlier. It's so saturated now. Everybody's trying to hop on the next trend and create the same videos. And I think that's where longevity is created, is that when you're starting to set the trends for yourself and create the pathway that nobody's necessarily gone through. And that doesn't mean don't like feed off of other people as inspiration or motivation, but not just hopping to make the next video that's the exact same as someone else. Like, have you guys seen this thing on TikTok now that's like chocolate covered strawberries? Yeah. Like, why is everybody making chocolate covered strawberries videos?
Dude, it got. You
Like
seen the original video?
like dipping it in. Oh, I have seen
100
some
million
With the
likes.
sound, it's got like it's close to. I think it's the second most liked video now.
Right.
It's like when I looked at it, it was at like 30 million likes.
It's like that. Do you guys remember the egg on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's chocolate covered strawberries now that's going viral?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think people are just getting bored
And oiling up.
and oiling
Yeah,
up.
right.
People are just getting bored, I swear. Like,
We're in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
So, what's your opinion right now in the fitness industry?
yeah,
Do you have any
like,
opinion on it? Like how the direction it's been going?
Do you guys want like a crazy take? Because I don't really have one.
Yeah.
you don't have one?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
this is
could-
my personal thought on the fitness world, right? Like I said, everybody's doing the same thing, so everybody's looking to find their new niche, their new take
Their
on
purpose,
something that
yeah.
makes it like very unique, which is extremely difficult when you're looking at a kid lift or a guy lift or whatever it is. So I feel like a lot of the hyper focus has been on picking apart other creators rather than developing something creative for yourself. And I think that's kind of been the downfall of fitness in itself, is that there's a lack of creativity when it comes to building past the creators you're critiquing. So there's this whole like critique culture or commentary culture that's been brought in from, I mean, what TMZ? Like TMZ does the same thing where they pick apart other people that are potentially thriving more than them, maybe not, but like that have interesting stuff to discuss. But those people who are picking them apart are never necessarily going to reach the limits that like they could creatively because they're not exploring them for themselves. So like nothing against those creators at all. I just think that like they have a lot more to offer than just, you know, critiquing things.
And they're essentially just limiting themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you're gonna there's a threshold there. There's not like sky's the limit with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because you have to use other people.
Right.
So that's the only problem, and I agree with that.
And people do use it for good. Like I think there's definitely constructive criticism that allows for greater audience to view something, which is good. Like that's 100%. That's 100% good. I just think that because of that now, like people are finding that as their lane rather than developing something outside of that and then having that as a piece of their pathway to success in the social media world.
That's dope. You're very well spoken.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
for
smart.
your age.
He's 21.
I just spew shit out of my ass, man. I don't talk.
And you're low-key funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen that side of you like on social media.
I do want to say though, like based off of what I gathered from Tristan, like throughout the years of following him, because I followed you for years, honestly.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Like I definitely thought more of like I'm like, this guy's a bro. Just so the audience knows, like this guy's a bro. He's a home. Like we were chatting it up during the workout. He's a homebody. I'm a homebody. Really, when it comes down to it, and he's just like another bro. Like when I thought of him through Instagram, like I was thinking, oh, this guy's an android, bro. This guy's a robot. He only lifts, goes to sleep, eats, home, goes to sleep. But like, he has a personality, guys. Tristan's really fucking cool.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Thanks for being
here,
here,
you guys are real as well. I think it's just like I failed, and that is something that I kind of like not regret. And I spoke about this in one of my videos. Is that like I think part of it was like I just started creating, and I wasn't documenting like myself and the things that I wanted to just do in general in my daily life, and that lacked the sort of substance that I think could have potentially helped some of my viewers as well. And looking back on it, it's like, okay, why wasn't I more like open and vulnerable and like talking to people more and just showing who I am as a person rather than just being the shredded kid? But like being the shredded kid worked for so long, only until like I for myself was like I'm more than this. Like I'm more than just the 16-year-old shredded kid on Instagram or whatever it is.
But also, you're only 16, bro.
Yeah.
So you're
we got time, right?
Yeah. All the time in the world,
genes
bro.
are doing me good. Yeah.
I had 0 followers at 21, so you're good, man.
Yeah.
Actually, question. Unless you had something. I knew you were loading something up. Okay, cool. Little bit of a left turn, but not really. If it wasn't fitness, what do you think you'd want to do?
Soccer. That was my immediate that was my first passion. Well, as far as like actually driving towards something competitively.
Yeah.
I moved to when I first started my fitness journey, which was like just documenting on social media. My whole goal and my whole like platform was dedicated to creating soccer content and becoming a professional soccer football player, because I know I'm gonna get some people saying it's football. So like before I even got into the fitness world of like creating content, you said you did Vine and stuff before even Instagram or any of that, right? And you said you just made videos in your home gym, doing like I would just go out to the field for hours and just make montages of me just doing like tricks and free kicks and just training and all these different things before I had any sort of platform. And then as soon as I started like developing the platform, I was like, this is a side of me that I definitely want to share. So from like the ages 15 to 18 really, or 13 to 18 before I even started that, I was like all like in on playing professional football. And had I not had seen some degree of success, not only for myself, but also for like the people around me and being able to like bring my family around with me to experience certain things with me, which is a true blessing to be able to experience it together, then I probably would have continued along that sort of solo path, training in Europe and playing professional football. If I was good enough, like I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
What's the highest level you played, like high school, like elite?
So I moved to Spain, which it sounds more like competitive than it is. Like I moved to Spain with an academy when I was 15 years old, and then like on and off when I was like 15, 16, 17, up until I was 18, I would move between London and Spain and the U.S. trying to get like play with certain teams and stuff. So I was on trials for like 2nd division teams in Spain and 4th division teams in like all over the place really, and I didn't land anywhere for a long time just because I probably just wasn't good enough, which is just like it's a hard truth that like a lot of athletes have to swallow. But I was really like all in. I was gonna do basically everything I could to get to that pro spot.
Right. That was actually a question I was gonna bring up, the soccer.
Yeah.
But you ever tried, or you ever thought about going to college?
I did before when I was like considering pursuing something that like I had genuine interest in, like some sort of sports science or kinesiology or anything like that was kind of related to the fitness side of things, because when I got into lifting, that was something that I just genuinely enjoyed researching, and even to this day, I'll always be looking at what's the new thing, and it's kind of like, it's cringy, right? It's like the optimal movement, but like I'm kind of a nerd at heart in that regard. It's just something that I'm passionate about. But then like there's so much like accessible resources at my fingertips that I was like, man, I can just learn so much through my experience, and then if I ever want to go to school, I can just pursue that. But it's just not something that's like really at the top of my mind right now at the moment.
Right.
Hell yeah.
You didn't go to college either, correct?
I tried it for like a day.
Yeah.
And then never went back.
Yeah.
No, I went there for a semester. I remember just sitting there being like, this is not almost like a new, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know if you guys have any experiences like that, but I'm sitting there and it had nothing going for me, you know, outside of that. I was filming and I was into it and I did have dreams, but like, I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I wasn't good at like.
Did you believe in yourself? Like, did you think you'd be at the point you're at? I guess it's a question for both of you.
Yeah. In a weird way, I feel like talking to you, the people I'm meeting, it almost seems like a lot of the shit went full circle. Like, I don't even know how I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just it felt like it was always supposed to, though.
Did you have a moment where you're like, okay, like I can fully go all in on this?
I was going pretty much. I mean, I had my ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like, I had my motivational spikes and all that kind of thing, but I always stood consistent. Like, and by that I mean like I never just like stopped posting completely.
Yeah.
Like I always kept it alive, like in breathing, but sometimes barely. But like I was. And then TikTok rolled around, then I just started like hopping on trends, but putting it in the gym and doing my own twist with them. And then I started using dialogue. I started adding, characters and doing this and doing that, talking more. And then that's really what grew me. But it wasn't I was never going to be Tristyn Lee, bro. He was 16 and he was looking like he did.
But
you know what I mean?
Elsman.
And that's all I had. That was the only, that's all you had back then was your physique and your workouts. Right? Like, and I don't know, like reels weren't a thing, shorts weren't a thing. Yeah, TikTok wasn't a shit thing. Like, it was long form workouts. Like, that's what everyone did. That's all I really kind of knew. And Vine already was dead. So,
what about you?
For me personally, I knew I had it in me always to get to this point, but I cared about what others thought. I really did.
For sure.
Like my hometown friends. Not my friends, sorry. Like my hometown people and how they would perceive me for doing, content, putting myself out there. And I regret it every day because like when I was on Vine, I didn't tell people or like post it, like it'd be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like I'm making videos. So when I started my TikTok, I didn't tell anybody. Yeah. I was just like, if people are going to find out about it, it's going to be on their For You page. Yeah. And so I finally got the courage to start posting. And when I did it, so I actually started just doing straight comedy, and then I ended up I played college baseball. Okay. So my original niche was baseball. I grew my TikTok to like 200K.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I knew.
Pretty good.
I knew there was no.
2019, 2020?
What year I graduated? 2020, I think so. 2021.
All right.
Right. And what sucks was when I kind of like started taking off, I had 2 months left of my senior year. So it's like, damn, I'm not going to have like my field anymore. I'm not going to be playing baseball. There's no way I could keep this going. But I ended up coaching high school baseball right after I graduated. So I did like more coaching videos. But at that point I was doing baseball and fitness. But then my fitness started taking over and I realized there's a lot more money to be made in the fitness scene. And so I went full fitness. But so I always thought I would be here in terms of social media. I just didn't know how or what I was going to do.
I didn't know how or when, but I always felt like it was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like it's where my head was always. Yeah. Like getting to like some type of successful point.
I remember
guess.
having that conversation with my ex-girlfriend back in college. I was like, she was like, what do you really want to do? Something along them lines. And I was like, to be honest, I mean, I want to make videos for a living. And I told her that, and she made me feel like a piece of shit for it.
Yeah.
She was like, no, like yeah, but like a serious job. And I was like, damn.
I feel like when people...
That was like my college girlfriend. So I didn't date her long. She was anyway.
I feel like
And then
people
you went on
get...
your villain arc and you're like, 1 million, oil me up.
Yo, dead ass.
Yeah.
This is the type of content Brody puts out, everybody.
But it's funny. She watches she sees my stories, and I'm like,
See
She
that?
still follows you?
oh,
Look what you could have had.
Snap.
I know she sees my snaps. And
Look
it's
what
like,
you could have had.
I'm here now.
You really threw. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Keep that in. No. Sorry, I feel like I cut you off a lot.
No, you're good. Yeah, but how about you? Did you want to get into social media, or it just kind of happened?
Nah, like, dude, I followed 2 people on. Actually, I didn't even follow social media. My brothers followed social media only for the purpose of following bodybuilding because they love bodybuilding. I followed like probably 2 people. I followed maybe 3 people. Okay, maybe 4. But it's like the only OGs that I really recognized, which was Jeff Side,
Yep.
Callum Von Moger, Simeon Panda, and Bradley Martin.
Yep.
And those were like 4 people who I watched and I looked up to a ton. And then as soon as I started getting into this realm, I was like, damn, these are just people too. So it was kind of cool to see that like social media didn't have to be like put up on that pedestal that initially I thought it was.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna create stuff because I just realized that they were normal people just documenting the stuff that they genuinely love to do. I was like, that's kind of me. Like, I just like to train. I enjoy like lifting. And then as soon as I started posting the content, one of my high school friends was just like, took a video of me curling in a high school gym, which I didn't even like know he was filming. He's like, you should post this on Instagram. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll throw it up.
Yeah.
Instagram at the time's like, it's hard to catch like virality, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
And like first start getting those like accounts like Shredded Union and Muscle Nation.
Yeah, I remember that
All
shit.
these, you remember that?
Yeah.
So like Instagram has changed a ton since then. Now it's like clips and clips and clips. But that was what it was at the time. And so Shredded Union posts me, and I see this. I'm scrolling through comments, being like naive as hell. Like I just never cared what people said. Like I'm like this is just text on a screen. Like it means nothing, right?
Yeah.
And I see Jason Derulo comment on one of the posts and basically say like I was like lifting like 5-pound dumbbells.
Yo.
And he's just like, you guys don't understand, man. This is lifting like this is way harder than lifting like a bro, basically. And,
Yeah.
and so that was like kind of like the first thing. I was like, damn, that's like a celebrity. So like this could be something that actually catches some traction. And then from there, it was just let me just keep posting content and keep just documenting along the way rather than trying to chase trends because there really wasn't many trends ahead of me. Like there was David Lade and Jeff Side, which are like kings of aesthetics, and I'm like, I'm this 5'3" short Asian kid that's kind of muscular and also plays a little bit of soccer. I'm probably not David Lade or Jeff Side, so I'm probably gonna have to find my own niche. So I started just posting like the stuff that I like to post, and it really was just day after day, step after step that I built to the point that I was at. But back then I didn't have this all-encompassing goal where I was like, this is the dream, this is the vision, this is how it's going to exactly play out. I just knew that like if I had put 1,000% into whatever I was dedicating my time to, I would get 1,000% of the rewards that are coming out of it. And that's just like something that for anybody who's getting into any path or any career, you have to have that almost undeniable certainty, and sometimes it's delusional certainty in yourself and belief in yourself that with whatever you're doing, you're going to achieve it. And whatever anybody else says doesn't really matter. It's just taking each step until you're eventually there. And you look back and you're like, damn, I just fucking took one step each day. And now I'm beyond where I ever thought I could be. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it feels a lot longer than it actually is, too.
For sure.
Sometimes it feels like, oh, it's going to take forever. And then you realize it's only been a year and you accomplished so much.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's only been a year for me where, like, the TikTok, everything... where I started getting more, when I started getting like signed by companies, I guess. Like that's when like it's been a little over a year I've been with Gymshark.
No, you actually have been with Gymshark since September 2022.
What's happening to time?
It goes by fast, but it goes by slow.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's that weird dichotomy.
I just quit my job in June.
Yeah, the first time
So it
we
hasn't
ever
been a
met.
year since then.
First time we met in Houston, you were still working HVAC.
That's right. I had to take time off. And were you working?
Yeah, no.
You-
I
you-
just like made the move. I
Yeah.
kind of took a chance when I quit my job. I wasn't making nothing, right?
Yeah.
I was still with the parents, my parents, But it paid off, and you know, I'm glad I took that leap, because I was working like 60 to 72 hours a week. Ugh. And I was beating myself up bad, because I would go to the gym, like I would work 12-hour shifts, and I was 45 minutes. I'm from a small town, so 45 minutes I would drive to the gym.
I respect it, man.
Yeah, I had to work out. I had to film my video for the day, because I was just grinding TikTok at a time. Yeah. I would edit on the way home. Don't do that. That's stupid. But then I would have to go home, eat, do everything. Dude,
check the boxes, man. Just get it done.
Yeah, it felt like months I was sleeping 4 hours maybe. But I wanted it. And then I was like, screw it, I'm going to go all in. And yeah, that's kind of when I went full time. I think it was a couple months before we met in Houston.
Yeah.
But
something like that. I don't know when you quit.
You said those comments are just text on a screen, right? Is there any comments that like kind of get to you a little?
Yeah,
maybe
I would absolutely love to say that like none of them do, but it's always things that like pick at personal insecurities, right? That like with anybody who's starting a page, it's just like whether or not you let them stop you, or whether or not you let them like determine your next step in whatever you're pursuing. So for me, I saw them and I was like, damn, like this. People are just shitting on me for like, I mean, and part of it was me just not speaking, and even now, like to this day, like a lot of people just don't know what I sound like, don't know like who I am, or the things that I enjoy, or that sort of relatability aspect. But like I just take it at face value as much as I can. You know what I mean? Like that person doesn't know me. That person, who knows if they have any sort of credibility. Now, like if it is someone that I view as like, damn, like that's like someone that I really like or that I look up to, then maybe in that case,
that would hurt. That would sting.
That sucks.
Right.
But even then, it's like, okay, then it's like a self kind of like introspective question. Like, am I doing something that's genuinely wrong, or that I feel is genuinely not the right thing? Or is it just that person reflecting in a different opinion that like I really just don't agree with? And then if that's it, then that's it. Like I can't change the way people feel about me, and I can't change, I can only change the way that I respond to them and the action that I take from that. So it's kind of always felt about it.
It's a great mindset.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro gets a comment and it's like bloated. He's like swipe delete. He's like hate you. No, a lot of those.
Do you delete comments?
No, only if it's gonna like
crazy.
Yeah, only if it's gonna offend somebody in the comments or offend somebody that maybe was in my video. I'll delete those.
Yeah.
No one can really offend me, but
have you had anyone?
I'm more offended if someone's trying to offend my friend. I'm offended by
I'm
that.
the same way,
you know what I mean?
Sure, 1,000%.
I'd rather you come at me than say something about.
Oh, for sure. Have you ever had someone say something negative online and then you meet them in person?
I've never had that happen.
No?
Have
you?
One time.
No shit.
This guy said like crazy stuff.
Okay.
And not against me, but also against my family. Your family should be. I don't want to say this on YouTube. I don't know. Like great. Just think like the craziest thing you could think of.
Yeah.
Like basically that, and threats and violence and all this different stuff. And then I meet this guy in person at this expo, and he comes up to me, and I see this guy sitting like kind of in the background, and he's just kind of like hovering over his friend.
Right.
The guy says, "Yo, man, big fan," whatever, the guy that's in front. And I just say, well, "What's up?" Take a photo with him. Which I always love, like meeting people. That's like one of my favorite things. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
And then the guy like kind of steps up and is kind of not like nervous, but just kind of quiet. And then like I get a message like 2 days later. I didn't think anything of it, from the same account, and I'm like, this is the only account that I've ever recognized as like, damn, like this is legitimate threats against my family and like and me. Right. And I get a DM that's just like, yeah, man, like basically like I'm sorry that like I said these like horrible things. And it's like that was the only encounter that I've ever had where it's like,
that's so weird.
Yeah.
And he didn't say nothing.
Were you like
nothing.
Were you like shook? I mean, he threatened he said all
these
threats.
I didn't know
he showed up in
at the time. Like I thought it was just someone else. Like I didn't know until I got the DM afterwards. And then afterwards I was like, man, you just don't know what people are going through, right? Like have you ever thought in your mind to leave a negative comment on someone's post?
Hell no.
So you just never know what someone's going through, and I think that's like something to take into account when you're starting a fitness page, especially now when virality is at this all-time high. You're gonna get thousands or even hundreds or even one comment out of 100 or thousands of comments that's probably gonna hurt you, and you're just like, man, like what did I do wrong? But maybe it's just not you.
I just don't know what like people think they get out of that by leaving like unhinged comments like that.
I think it's like a for them. I think it's like a instant gratification. Gratification, yeah.
Right.
Like they send it and they're like, like I don't think it makes them feel better after a few minutes.
No.
But like I think
it's
that
not
instant,
logical, right?
yeah,
like,
no, I think it's just like hate in their heart and they're just
tough.
yeah, almost feel bad.
Yeah, because like being in the social media now, I respect anybody putting out content. Now, there's some shitty content out there, or
Dude.
people do it for the wrong reasons. But I would never go in there and be like, this shit's trash, or like you suck, or like I don't know, whatever mean comments I could even think of.
I wouldn't even. I didn't never left a dislike on a YouTube video either.
No, me
like
neither.
it's just like I'll just exit out if I don't like it.
YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
Like
Had
when
to
I
add
see-
on to it.
When I see a video I don't like, I just scroll.
Yeah.
Like it's really not hard.
What did you say? The YouTube Rewind?
You remember that?
That had like the
Yeah,
max
it's most
dislikes or some shit. Yeah, I might have hopped on that.
Joined
hate
the
back.
movement.
Yeah, I had to. I was like, I want to see how high we can get this, Like, and you have to participate. Like,
Yeah.
sorry.
But I will say is when I started doing more of the comedy stuff, a lot of the like negative or I guess hate comments kind of went away.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like I'm being relatable, and I'm showing both sides of certain situations. Like when me and my boy do the skits, and I think a lot of people respect that. But back then when I would do like workouts, posing, meals, there was always some bullshit in the comments. Either even if it's just like something like you eat too much processed foods, you're gonna die early. Something stupid.
Yeah.
Or like you're working out wrong, or they would like shame my physique.
Yeah.
But so when I switched to this, it's like a lot of positivity, and that's what I really love about it. And now I'm getting more messages ever that like I inspired them to get into the gym.
I respect it 100%. That's what I said like before, like when we first met. I was like, the content's very likable, and it's like not that like you're trying to be like, oh, like me, nothing like that. It's just like you're putting out a positive thing that's not hurting anyone. It's just like people relate to it, and like there's not really much to criticize. And if you have something to criticize, like I think there's gonna be equal amounts pushing back the opposite direction. And like I said, like you're spreading a positive message to more than any of the negative will ever come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts.
I love that you have your brother here and that you do stuff with your bros. I love that. Is that
Me too.
Is that like your main guys, or do you have like specific, or do you have like a best friend in the fitness space, or it's mostly just your brothers?
In the fitness space, like there's people that have genuinely helped me. Like Brad from like the first days when I was 15 years old and I came out to LA, he was like, come film this video, come do this podcast, and had like genuine heart-to-heart conversations, and like even in recent years helped me a lot with some mental stuff. But as far as like just people that like we're just like friends with, it's just us. Like it's just us, and then my one buddy from my hometown who I've known since I'm like 5 or 6 years old, since kindergarten. We flew him down for a little bit, and he was editing and stuff, and for us. But that's like, I consider him a brother as well. So it's just us. We fly everywhere together. We do everything together. Like we live together right now. And I don't know at what point down the line this changes. It's kind of like, I don't know. I almost don't want to think about that sort of thing. But it's like, it's a blessing to have it, because we've always done everything. Like we always snowboarded together. We skateboarded together. We longboarded together. We even went out to the field and trained together when I was training for soccer. And then like we found bodybuilding. It was like, oh my gosh, like all of us. It's kind of like a which came first, chicken or the egg. Like did we fall in love with bodybuilding together, or did we love bodybuilding and then that kind of brought us closer together? So it's a cool dynamic that I don't think many people have, and I'm definitely super blessed and appreciative to have it.
Right. Do you have two brothers also?
I do.
I also have two brothers. Interesting. We're so relatable.
What's going on?
Hey, so I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask you first.
That's cool, actually.
You
I
ever-
love having brothers.
you
I have
ever-
a sister too.
Oh,
I want to leave her out.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
They're both older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with me. I'm the youngest,
Yeah.
the golden child, the most handsome, funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
Same
gonna
here.
I'm gonna clip that for my brothers. But have y'all ever beefed, scrapped, got in a fight?
When we were younger, a lot. In recent years, not as much. But like when we were younger, we'd scrap, and it's just brotherly stuff. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me and Jake would pretty much never fight. Like, it comes to the point, like, we stopped after a certain age.
Yeah.
And
What are
then
we doing?
to the point where someone's going to get hurt or we're going
Yeah.
to break something in the house. Also, it's like, we know if we never really trigger each other, like, we never actually beef. But if there's one thing I have to say, like, we know if we know off the last sentence of what someone said, if that got under their skin, and we just stop. We just like, we would never get to the point where we're arguing.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, we don't. I could be like, I could
can't
tell
say
he's
the
annoyed.
same, bro.
I could be like, he's annoyed. I'm just gonna, he'll get
Yeah.
over it in 5 minutes. He can tell when I'm annoyed.
It's good,
You
man.
just get over it in 5 minutes, and then we never literally actually fight. I mean,
Do you feel like your families both support you in what you're doing, or now, or have they always?
My mom texts me every day I travel. hey, how's everything going?
Yeah.
And so my mom's super supportive. Like, she wants to be basically my, like, assistant or, like, personal
My
assistant.
mom's the same way. Yeah.
And she always checks in on me. She's like, you know, how are you doing? Like, I would love to take stuff off your plate. She helps so many people.
Yeah.
She's just a great person. And then my dad is, he like does it like when he has to pay somebody, he knows nothing about Venmo, PayPal. He'll give them cash.
Yeah.
My dad is the least like internet person, however you want to describe it. He's not a tech guy at all. So he has no social media, nothing. At first, I don't think he really understood what I was doing.
Yeah.
But he would just always see packages coming to the house and shit. And I think he caught on pretty quick that I was doing good for myself. And you know, he has buddies that are more on social media, like see me on Facebook and stuff, and like
That's gotta be a cool feeling.
yeah, he's like, dude, your son's kind of killing it right now. I don't
Yeah.
think you understand. So I think his friends helped him understand it a little
Yeah.
bit. But they're both very supportive, and I love that.
That's dope.
You?
Definitely. I mean, Jake's part of the reason I even like got into the YouTube thought, like even like started posting on YouTube, because he was really into the streaming, the streamers on Twitch, and just YouTube content in general. I ran into Noah Atwood yesterday. I don't know if you ever heard of Roman Atwood.
Yeah.
He's a grown-ass man now.
Yeah.
He is the one that got me to start watching them,
Okay.
however long ago, probably at least 11 years, 12 years ago at this point.
Yep. It's crazy.
And my parents were always very supportive of me because I think they knew that I just wasn't I wasn't built for college. I think they always fucking knew that, dude. I'm gonna
knew
be
you were
honest.
special, man.
I had a tough time. I had a tough time in school when I was younger, like kindergarten, first grade, like elementary school. And then like 5th, 6th grade, I was always just like not there in school.
Yeah.
I don't really know where I was, bro. I couldn't tell you. High school, again, I think I gained a consciousness then. And then it took me till I was like in 9th grade to like be like, oh, I'm in a human body. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I can think for myself.
Yeah.
I think my parents pretty much knew I was doomed if I ever tried to really pursue college. She's like, yeah, it's gonna end up, I don't know, whatever. And then, so when they saw me doing creative stuff and having fun and seeing that I loved it, they just loved me being happy.
Yeah.
And they were always supportive. And then my dad emails me YouTube videos. Like, you can't just text me, bro. So yeah.
That's hilarious.
No, he's there. If I were to any milestone, they're always there to congratulate me. They're really happy about all this traveling and stuff. Jake's always had my back. My older brother he gets excited about the stuff too. It's really honestly a blessing. Like, I can't.
Did Jake get to travel with you a lot? Does he get to travel with you a lot? or-
Well, the traveling kind of just began.
Yeah.
But he engineers,
Okay,
so
nice.
he has to take time off. He has to call in his days. But I definitely want him to come to these cool type of events more and more. You know what I
that's
mean?
dope.
And then end goal, that'd be sick if I get to the point where I can hire him for something.
Yeah.
And he could just work for me, and then that'd be the dream. The manifestation. I'm saying it out loud, speaking into existence.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
one
take
day.
steps every day.
Hell yeah, that'd be
That's the
sick.
go. That's why I'm trying to get Colin to be on all these trips. He couldn't come because of work and whatnot.
Yeah.
So eventually, dude, everybody asks about him. I tell him that all the time. I was like, dude, everybody's gonna be asking about you. And
He
dude,
seems like a genuine dude.
yeah, oh, dude.
Even through the
dude, he's
videos.
such a nice
we
guy.
talked about that yesterday. He I don't want to bring it up on every single podcast, but he's the
Lazy.
chillest dude ever. He's the go with the flow. He can't rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
you would love him.
But
But
he's like a teddy bear, dude.
Yeah, right.
I don't think you get upset. Like, how could you get annoyed? You just be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man."
but me and him would always
Did
talk
I hurt
about,
you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Do you guys ever argue? Have you guys fought?
No, never really. I mean, maybe.
Because Colin ain't no bitch, though.
No, he's not.
He's not a bitch by any means.
He's a big dude.
no.
Like,
Yeah, no, he's not a bitch. Let's just put it that
We
way.
really don't argue. We get along very well. Dude, we used to talk when we were younger about doing the whole social media thing. Like,
Yeah.
you would talk about your friends. Like, dude, we're gonna have we're all gonna stay in the same house. We're gonna do content for a living. And so I thought we kind of thought like I'd always be the one to go their route and
Right.
kind of get everybody there. And I love like when I started getting them in the videos. I just needed help one day, and then it just basically I seen how good he was on camera. Like, from not being a social media person at all.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, yeah, we're going to keep doing this.
That's awesome.
And he loves it. He loves doing it. So it's a good duo. But, yeah, we didn't let you answer. How are your parents with everything? Supportive?
Yeah, Dude, like I said, my parents sent me off to Spain when I was 15 years old alone. Like, they support every single thing I do, and like, my brothers are obviously extremely supportive as well, and they got to like kind of tag along like initially to Los Angeles, and then like this whole time that we've been traveling, we got our visas together. We're living together right now. It's like it's a little dream team to have, just people that you genuinely trust, and like you're not. I don't know. You don't know people's motives ever.
Yep,
but and they say don't work with family, but I wouldn't trust anyone else other than family to be that tight. I mean, obviously you got your girlfriend who you seem to trust very much. I'd hope so.
I don't know
she seems
yet.
to help you guys.
Still
with
trying to
a lot
figure that
of
out.
stuff as well, so.
No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
a work in
No,
progress.
of course, no. She's a huge helping hand. And yeah, Jake's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like it's a blessing to be able to have these people around you where they're just super tight with, and you don't have to be looking over your shoulder. You know what I mean? It's just
No,
it's
it
nice.
is serious. It is seriously. I'm super fortunate to have the people I have around me, like close friends. Like a lot of. How long is it? What are we at?
Damn.
Moving.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean that's not that long for a pod. 1 and 2. That's pretty good for some gym bros and
Yeah.
you know
Just talking shit.
talking shit.
True.
What was I saying before you rudely cut me off?
How supportive she is.
Facts. No, she's super supportive, which obviously helps. I just remember, I remember we were on the way home from the gym. You and Pam were in the car, and this is before things were like taking off. And I'll never forget. He was like, "Luke, could you stop messing around and like get famous, please?" I was like, "Just be famous. Like, actually take this serious." I was like, "Not really like that." And I was like sitting in the back seat, and I'm like, "Fuck you," you know? Well, yeah, Pam said it, whatever. And then, could you just be famous? Could you just like do it? And I was like, I don't know. And then there's like weird things that started happening where people are like, yo, like I had a weird interaction at the gym, and it was like stuff like that really pushed me. Did that make any sense? I feel like you're looking around like you don't understand what I meant, but
That's cool, man.
Kind of speaking on that, what's your love life? Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah, I have, but it's not. I don't know. I keep it like I'm
Low-key.
pretty much to myself most of the
Right.
time. Like I don't know. It's just not hasn't been my focus. And high school was a thing, and then like I moved to Spain, and so it wasn't a thing. And I don't know. I'm very like goal oriented right now, and I do see myself settling down like probably within the next few years to some degree with that, like working towards building a family up. Just because I have been doing this for so long, it's like, you know, I'm only 21 years old, but I've been doing it for 7 years, and it's like.
yeah, that's wild, bro.
I gotta start
It's
working
actually
towards
wild.
something that's like a little bit more kind of just like end game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. So, currently single, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Hey, you hear that? You hear that, guys?
Ladies. Hey, he said a couple years. I would bag him now.
Yeah, come on. Get him while he's fresh.
Imagine
Yeah.
this is the podcast.
Wait, what's that?
Imagine this is the podcast that someone just comments on it.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
What's that?
What do you
A
mean?
chick comments on the podcast and I beat them.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fucking
We
great.
did that.
What?
We better get an invitation to the wedding. But
Facts.
no, kind of change subjects. What's kind of wrap things up a bit right here. But what would you say your go-to social media platform right now?
I don't know, man. Like I've kind of tried to grow all my platforms in tandem. Like that's always kind of been a goal of mine. So
Right.
pretty much all of them are pretty much the same. I enjoy Instagram content just because it's very easy to like just document stuff on there. I flick something up, it's super easy. But YouTube content, I like the creative process. Like long form content is genuinely what I love creating. So TikTok, I'm like, Reels can go on there, Shorts can go like same thing. And I know like for like your guys' content is literally like short form content built for those platforms, so it makes sense to like dedicate so much effort into them. But for me, that not being my lane, I'm just like clip here, clip there, and I'll just keep kind of building along the way.
Right. What's your biggest platform though? What do you have the most followers on?
I think Instagram, but I think yeah, they're pretty much like on par. They're all within 500,000 of each other, so
Gotcha.
that's pretty
That's
close.
dope. I feel like Instagram's like the most official. Like if you got like a big number on Instagram, I feel like that's.
I feel like YouTube was, but now that Shorts has kind of come out, it's kind of shifted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to go find a person, you're going Instagram.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
you're gonna get
Yeah,
the
it's
most out
basically
of like
texting app too as well. Like everybody's messaging on there. So
it's like everyone's personal description for the world to see.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to check out
Yeah.
Luke Ellsman. You can learn a lot about someone just scrolling through their Instagram.
For
That's
sure.
the thing. Shorts definitely changed the game on YouTube. I'm not gonna discredit myself, but I think I hit 1 million in like 6 months off of
Yeah.
Shorts.
Cocky as hell. Cocky
no,
ass
it's
shit.
like not to
I'm
brag in any
kidding.
sort of way, but
No.
it's like
it's
you
changed.
couldn't do that back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You couldn't do that on any platform. Like on Instagram, having 50,000 followers when Brad first started, or Bradley Martin first started, or Simeon or Jeff or David, like 100,000 followers. Like you have a life ahead of you now. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like that's 100,000 people.
Yeah. That's true because
that's
I
wild.
remember at 100K, I hit 100K. I think I had like 300K on TikTok. I still wasn't like making money off of social media. Really.
Yeah, and it's like the small things, right? Like how often you like. I'm sure you get recognized a whole lot more now. But like maybe back in the day, if you had like 100K, you'd get recognized as much as you do now for like 1 million.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think the way that you guys are building it out with like putting your personality into the videos and having your own lane creatively is definitely a game of longevity. Like it's gonna be that's Brody, that's like Luke, that's not just the guy I saw on Instagram. You know what I mean? It'll be
Yeah,
a name in the, not just in the industry, but as like a person that people have connected with, related to, and hopefully like gain some value from, even if that is just entertainment and positive vibes from
Hell
you
yeah,
guys.
hell yeah.
Do you consume a lot of content?
Not fitness content, and I have stopped recently even more so because like I noticed that like as soon as I start consuming stuff, there's like a fine line between okay, this is entertainment and this is trying to like get back into work. Like sometimes I'm like, just even if it's like little things like creatively thinking of ideas and stuff, if I'm consuming so much of other people's content, I find that I just don't spend time in boredom, which is when a lot of my creative thoughts come out, like when I'm
Right.
just bored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I
agree with that.
This is pretty interesting when I tell people this, but one of my like highest screen times is Twitter X.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like that's my break. When I'm
Yeah.
on Instagram, I just see, I feel bad a lot because I don't comment and like as like people that like and comment and engage with my
Yeah.
stuff. I don't really scroll Instagram.
Yeah.
So I don't get to do that for others.
I know.
So I kind of feel bad sometimes, but I'll go on TikTok, and sometimes when I need an idea, or maybe I could get inspiration from something. But for me, my inspiration with what I do comes from the shows that I watch. Like right now, I'm on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So it sounds lame, but just knowing like comedic timing, right? Because I try to put like nice messages in my videos, but you also want to keep it entertainment. So when to throw the punchline in there, stuff like that, camera angles, when to zoom, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so that's kind of worked for me.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, it's little things, right? Like that you're building on, even if that's like what I was talking about, even with regards to like, I know it's the fitness world, but like me researching particular things is like my outlet. Like, even though it's not, maybe this isn't the thing that, I don't know, draws a new viewer in, but maybe it is. Like, it's just always building towards something or working towards something so that you're not just maintaining this complacent state that so many creators find themselves in. And it's like, oh, I'm going to post the same video again, or just put a different twist on it. I'm going to wear a different outfit. Oh, now it's Halloween time. Let me do a Halloween version of this. It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
come on, like what are we doing here?
Yeah,
Right.
predictable.
Yep.
Yawn. But is there anything you want to ask us? Anything kind of wrapping this up here?
Yeah, you want to take over the interview
what do I-
aspect?
what do I
Anything
gotta
you would-
ask you guys?
You don't have to. I'm just saying if there was anything you were curious before you met us, I guess.
How do you
Like,
look so fucking young, man?
How do we look so young? Honestly, I mean, I started getting. I told them not to do this. By the way, I informed all the employees to stop fucking around. Hey. Okay. What was the question?
What did I ask?
How are you so young? How do you look so young?
I don't know. It's just because
Do they know your age? Like your audience knows your age?
they tend to.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Like I definitely didn't. I've followed you guys for a little bit now, and like I had no clue.
26.
We don't put in our bio, so I am 25, guys.
Yeah.
We are old. Like compared to people we meet.
Isn't it insane? You see like 13-year-old kids getting into social media and popping off. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got a whole life ahead of you, or you got like a massive downfall that's coming your way. One or the
Right,
other.
right.
But good luck. Like
I know
No, blowing up at that young could be.
it could affect them big mentally. Like
sure,
we
yeah.
got into the game when we were mature and kind of understood the world a lot more.
Yeah.
These people get in so young.
Yep.
I just hope they don't base their whole life, whole personality off of what
For
they
sure.
do
Yeah.
on social media.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the best thing for like, really young, impressionable kids getting
Pros and
like,
cons. Some
Yeah.
people like get it.
Depends. I feel like
Yeah.
you took it really maturely and was
Thank
able to handle it, but a lot of people, like you could have been a cocky asshole. You know what I mean? Like you
I
really
think
could
people
have
like
been.
who don't have like support systems around them, and sometimes it's no fault of their own. They aren't able to like kind of go down that path. Like they
Yeah.
just lead their own way and like develop egos through like their own insecurities or through like almost like a need to, because
Yeah.
they don't have people around them that are already supporting them and already being like,
Yeah.
you're good, like you're good.
Yeah.
Just do your
Yeah,
thing.
true.
Like, yeah.
Have you ever caught yourself during your rise, right? Maybe like around like 18, 19, right? You're still young, getting like a little like taste of that ego. Maybe you just felt like
I don't
anything.
Like I was definitely confident in the work that I put into the platform that I built.
Right.
But
That's
I was
fine.
not necessarily egotistical. Like, and I think that, like, not to toot my own horn, but I think that anybody that meets me knows that, like, I don't feel any type of way about, like, the things that I've built, like the content that I've built or
Right.
the platform that I've built or the businesses or anything like that. Like, I'm still the same. Like, I'm still a person.
Yeah.
And I don't think, like, I don't think having any degree of success or money or clout or fame or anything that puts you above any other person. at all
Absolutely. No, I
whatsoever.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's
Especially
Cap.
us, fitness
That's Cap. When he walked
influencers.
in, he was like, "What's up, pussies? Let's get this
Yeah,
shit done
he's
with."
like, let's wrap this shit up.
What's it-
I'm
I'm
like,
doing
we
you
need
all
to
a
start.
favor.
Yeah.
We're like, damn. Nah, but no, you're very humble. I love it. Just kind of final question for me. What's the end goal?
I don't know. Like with social media, or just in general.
Life.
Settle down, have a family, go live on a farm somewhere, chill out a little bit, just enjoy my life.
Farm,
Yeah, probably.
There
but
you go.
nothing like.
plant some crops,
Cattle.
Yeah, for sure.
like animals.
Yeah,
Pigs.
but like nothing crazy. I don't know. I don't have any like massive. I'll be fulfilled with serving God throughout my life and serving helping the people around me. That's my only purpose. I feel like, and I feel like anything else is just leading me down negative paths. So
I feel that.
day by day,
I
enjoy
feel
every
that.
single day, enjoy every single moment with the people that are around you, because you don't know how long you have with them, and just try to look at things as optimistically as possible with a perfectionist mindset to push you forward.
Yo, that was good. God,
Some
you're
good shit.
You're smart. He's well spoken and smart.
Yeah, dude.
Love it.
Tristan Lee, everybody.
Thank you guys for
Tristan
having
Lee,
me.
thank you so much
You
for
wanna-
being patient with us and meeting up with us.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
extremely
thank you.
humble, great, sexy kid out here.
Yo,
It's okay, I'm 21 now, guys.
yeah, true.
Yo, Luke's a creep.
Could have called a charge. But anything you want to say to the camera? Anything you want to plug?
Subscribe to this guy's podcast, man. You guys are gonna kill it.
Plugged
honestly.
us.
Thank
Wow.
you.
And follow these guys. I'm excited to just kind of follow along your guys' journey, because you're still, as much as you're older than me, you're young in the world of like creating. So it's very exciting to see like where you guys are going and where you guys are heading. So
That's true.
I'm excited.
That's also nerding, guys. Never too late to start. But
Facts.
yeah, guys. Tristan Lee.
Tristan Lee, everybody.
Yep.
Wait, last question. Hey, Super Smash. Did you play Super Smash?
Not really, but I don't know where, why.
Go to.
Oh, I don't know.
Damn it. Okay, what about Mario Kart? That doesn't
All right,
matter. That
wrap it
doesn't
up,
matter.
wrap it up.
You ruined
Sorry, guys,
everything.
I ruined the
Wrap
pod.
it up. All right. I don't know if I
Yo.
want to drop the pod anymore.
I'm about to.